How we doing, guys? Welcome back to Bengals and Brews. Today I'm joined with the.
Wait, this isn't Bengals and Brews.
Is it?
Restart, man. Restart. Let me get out of here. No, I'm joined with the Bengals and Brews, guys. This is Bengals Army with me, Dusty. How you guys doing, dude? My schedule in life's just crazy. I can't
busy man.
Words are hard, bro.
What's up, Matt? We got Matt in the chat. Our boy, Matt Walker. I'm doing good, man. It's Saturday night. Got the Buckeye game coming up here at 7:30. Think we're all going to watch that, so we'll probably, do this about 45 minutes. Talk a little Bengals and 49ers and life and a little bit of everything else, man.
Heck yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
you got a celebrity on here, by the way. The Orange Arrow. Is this your first time on here, Orange Arrow?
First time, long time, man. I'm excited to be on here. I'm here catching the end of the Notre Dame Pitt game. Looks like I caught the end of it about 15 minutes in the first quarter, but
I was gonna say I thought Notre Dame was waxing them.
Oh, that is awful. Yeah, they're kneeling it out now, but I'm ready to talk some football, man.
There was a Kansas beat Oklahoma, I guess. Mm-hmm. I didn't watch any of it, but
easy out. She's not sitting there whining.
Oh no, we lost Derek already.
Off the rip, bro. That's all right. Device not connected.
Man, well, his internet's worse than mine, and we both have terrible internet.
Dude, my internet is real bad too out here. It is. We live in the middle of nowhere and didn't get high speed until about 3 years ago.
I know it's your show, but I do a bunch of shows. So I'm gonna ask you, we had the bye week, but what's kind of been your thoughts on this team right now? I thought getting to the bye 3-3 with Joe basically on one calf for at least the first 4 games of those 6 games, and then I thought the Arizona game kind of broke out, and then the offense was still stagnant in that Seattle game, but the defense just dominated. What's your overall thoughts, man?
I think it's been disappointing, to say the least. But I'm happy that we're at 3-3 at 500. It's been a weird start, man. It's so crappy that Joe can't be right with his leg and get a solid off season and start fast. Which I mean, we want to peak at the right time. We don't want to peak, the start of the year and then drop off. So, I'd rather start slow and peak at the end of the season, but I'd also like to get home playoff games for not just one or have to travel every time. Make Kansas City come to us.
Yeah, and Kansas City's kind of rolling, but I seen Taylor Swift's not supposed to be at the game this week, so they might drop one here without T Swift in the press box showing on screen.
And Travis Kelce's in freaking Texas right now watching the World Series. I mean, I don't know about all that, man.
And he's singing Taylor Swift songs. Did you guys see that video?
I did see that. It was the what song was that? I can't remember, but yeah, I did see that.
So you guys think he's hitting it already?
Oh, hell
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Definitely, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, they were probably dating for a little while before they went public with it anyway,
Maybe. I don't know, man. Celebrities, I feel like, are weird, apparently her last boyfriend, you see, the kids here are big Swifties, so I get all the gossip. But, the last boyfriend, he didn't like being out in public and stuff. So I think she likes that, Kelce, obviously, NFL dude, he don't care. He loves the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we talking about Taylor Swift? This is my fault. I'm sorry. I don't know. It's Saturday.
Did you see where who the heck was it that oh man. They called him Mr. Pfizer. It was
Aaron Rodgers calling Mr.
Pfizer. Aaron Rodgers who said it. I was like,
that was
man, that's some funny stuff. Just his persona, this dude, he's all over the place, man. I mean, It is what it is. The vaccine, all that stuff. I'm not going to get into. I just thought it was just the demeanor of it was.
He was on some ad on my Twitter the other day too for just some random thing. I'm like, man, this dude is all over the place because there's always the clips of the podcast with him and his brother too.
You know what they say? Taylor Swift, she put him on the map, man.
Yeah, I think he was already on the map. But I mean, honestly though, he got a big rub from
Oh
from
yeah,
that, man.
definitely.
That breakup's gonna be glorious.
Which I do have to say though, I really appreciate those guys because I've seen some of the kids, like the little babies' Halloween costumes being like one Travis Kelce and a Taylor Swift, and it's just adorable as shit.
I seen a couple dudes. One was Taylor Swift and one was Travis Kelce. That's the one I seen. It was two dudes. That could be us, Derek.
This is us.
That could be us if you'd stop playing.
Yeah.
You definitely have to be Taylor Swift.
Man.
You got less facial hair to shave off.
Yeah. Oh, man. I was just telling Sarah that. I'm like, why don't we have Halloween parties anymore? And she said, because we're old.
That's what I was going like. This is our Halloween party. See, I brought this mask down. Happy Halloween, everybody. I was going to wear it, but, I wore this to a game one time, but man, and like again today, it has like glitter on it. Remember that, Derek? I had glitter all over me from this stupid mask.
I do remember that.
Took it to one game.
Damn,
Looked like I've been in a strip club for 24 hours straight, man.
Diamonds.
Yeah.
What do you guys thoughts on this game?
Oh, no, I'm excited for it. I don't think this is much of a must win as maybe the Buffalo game the following week. Get an AFC win, but it'd be nice to stack them. My thing is they've lost 2 games back to back. Now they'll be playing at home. They're a good team. I'm sure they're going to be hungry for a win, and the Bengals are hungry to keep stacking some wins. So I think it's going to be a tough game. I think it's going to be tough. I don't know if I think it's going to be a shootout. It could be, but it's just weird. I don't know how I feel about the matchup. If it's going to be a shootout or a low scoring game. If you had predictions on that, do you think it's going to be high scoring or low scoring?
I ended up going 24-21 on our show Friday. So I mean, that's kind of in the middle area of, either way. I mean, I think both teams are definitely capable of putting up more points than that, but at the same point in time, they both have really good defenses, and I could see it being a lower scoring game. I don't know, man. McCaffrey, how healthy is he with the oblique? Is Trent Williams going to play? Purdy cleared concussion protocol, so he's going to be back. I honestly don't think the quarterback made much of a difference. The only thing I had said on Twitter earlier in the week is I was there when Tua got injured at that game. I was there when DeMar Hamlin got injured. Different situation than the concussion stuff. That was kind of a freak accident. But the Tua one was concussions. No one thought he should be playing that week on a short week. And that's what this is for Purdy. They just played Monday night. They're on the flight home Tuesday, and he's experiencing symptoms Tuesday, and he's already practicing Thursday, and now he's already cleared. I worry about that. I mean, obviously, I don't want nothing to happen to him, but I don't want our players to play him any different, I mean, we need to win. And, like, I do agree, this is the NFC, opponent.
Yeah.
Now, you'd love to get the win. You'd love to get to 4-3 over 500. That loss would hurt just in general because we're still last in the division. So we need to stack as many wins as possible, but it's not going to kill us because we need AFC wins. We don't have a single AFC win yet. All of our wins has been against the same NFC West that we're facing this week in San Francisco.
Yeah. I don't see this as a must win. I haven't like Paul Denner likes to say, I haven't broke out that armband yet, but I think if you don't win this game, then next week is absolutely a must win. It's time to break out that armband. You're in high water because I see this as kind of a after the bye, get right, show everybody who you are kind of game. And I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I think I said what did I say, Dale? 34. I think I said 34-21, something in around there. I'm hoping to see Mixon get up and running. You hate to see Chase Brown go out with go on the IR, the 4-week injury thing, possibly longer. because you never know with hamstring injuries. You never know how long that's going to linger and how bad it was. But I got to say, though, with that injury, you got to be thinking, let's bring somebody in.
I thought you were going to go there, and I'm with you because you got to at least think about it, right? Like on paper, that just means Chris Evans elevated to running back 3. Travion's probably still your running back 2, and he's had great pass blocking grades. Yes. I posted the other day on Twitter. He's 7th in the NFL, but he doesn't have the snaps that it counts. That's per PFF, which take it how you want, but it's like 85 pass blocking grade. And Samaje currently that everybody's wanting back in Denver is at like 42. Joe Mixon's at 45. So you know what I mean? Like, but Denver is a dumpster fire. So
yeah,
we've seen Samaje on this team and what he can do.
Yeah,
I don't know if it'd be Samaje. The familiarity makes me lean toward if they were going to go with someone, it would be someone that they've already had here that knows the system that they could they could plug in this far into the season.
Because I'm hashtag Natty King. I'm hashtag Natty King. Bring the king to the Natty.
King Henry? It's not happening. Which he literally is like number 1 or 2 on pass blocking. Grades
the Titans. The Titans informed Derrick Henry that they're not planning on trading him, which if I was the Titans, why would you keep an aging running back? But
if you can get something, you get it.
Yeah.
And I think Tajay Spears is pretty good for them. That's
that was my whole thought. Yeah.
It would be to let him be the feature guy and probably a lost season for those guys.
Yeah, but Joe Goodberry made a post, I think it was a couple hours ago or something, when Chase Brown went on IR, that wasn't a couple hours ago, that was a little bit ago, but he had like 2,800 votes or maybe a little more than that, and like 95% of everybody that voted on it said him going to IR means you have to get somebody, you have to trade for somebody.
Yeah, I mean, or I think he worded it where it's like, would you trade or something?
Yeah. Should you? Not will they. Should you?
Yeah, because would you? Like, yeah, it's not our money. It's not our chemistry in the locker room, things like that. It's not our draft capital.
We ain't related to the Browns.
Yeah, definitely.
My thing is, though, if you can get somebody – how many 5th-round draft picks haven't panned out? How many 4th through 6th just don't pan out? If you get somebody that can come in and they're developed, you know what their game is, and that's what you give up for them, but they can get you to the Super Bowl and get a win. Like, to me, that's every bit worth giving up a 4th-round draft pick for.
And shouldn't we have an extra 4th or 5th or something for like Von Bell and Hayden Hurst and stuff for comp picks? So
Von Bell's out this week. Did y'all see that?
No, but Hayden Hurst would like to be out this week for the Panthers. He'd love to be back with the Bengals. Yeah. And there's I get it, but man, if you're him, he started in the NFL late because of his baseball career. If somebody's offering you $21 million and more guaranteed years, you got to take that over. The Bengals probably offered him like 1 year, $5 million or something.
Yeah.
If you're guaranteed to get, 10 to 15 of that 21, you got to take that. And then hell, maybe you'll be back here a year from now.
Yeah. Dude, I wanted Hayden Hurst to stay. Like, I was pretty huge on him last year. Just the energy he brings to the team, the excitement, we talked about this maybe last week on the show about just his power. Like, when he's hitting people, like those hits, they add up. And just over a course of a game, you hit this dude 2, 3, 4 times. Like, those hits start adding up. He's a big boy, and he's laying the wood on him. So I would have loved to see him retained. What about, you think Irv Smith's going to start getting a bigger role? Or do you think
Derek? That was one of your predictions, wasn't it, for this week? Derek.
That was
Derek's. He's still got a little faith in him. I was big on him, in the offseason, but man, I'm just like, I kept thinking, okay, he's gonna do something, and I've lost complete faith in it. Derek's still got a little bit though.
I'm hashtag swerving Irvin this tonight or tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm hoping for the best for the dude. Like,
yeah, we need it. If we're not,
yeah. But damn, bro, like there's been some plays that you just really would have liked to see a guy like Hayden Hurst out there playing for us. But I just feel like when we needed a first down or we need to move the ball, Hayden Hurst was consistently there for us last year. Just, I don't know. It's a shame that he's gone, but it is. I guess it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
I'd like my big thing. I would love to see Joe Mixon, man, not go down on first contact or get tripped up. Like there's so many times in last week where he just, or I guess 2 weeks ago was the bye, but where he busts up for about 3 yards, you see somebody kind of trip him up, and just down he goes. And it's like man, if Joe could just not go down and get tripped up so often, because it's been a long time since he really busted one, and it'd be nice.
Even like a 30-yarder, not even all the way to the house.
Yeah.
He's just not getting any of those. Like, and that was one thing, the past couple years, at least it seemed like late in the game when you really needed one. And even sometimes it'd be a screen pass that he'd take 30, 40 yards on a big play. He's just not had any really like explosive game-changing impact plays, it seems like. And I hope that changes too. And they talked about going under center more, so maybe it will. Man, you got to take this comment down, man. That's like a record for as longest comment.
I don't have that other,
Matt.
I don't have the other screen up. That's the only comment I got.
No, I know. It's the only one up there, but that's why it's like stayed up there forever.
Yeah, he's
Congratulations,
got
Matt. You have the record.
I just wanted to look it up. Joe Mixon's got the longest run this year is 22 yards, and you want to see more of that. And he's only had 1 or 2 break, or 3 or 4 maybe break the 10 to 15 range.
Well, there was the stat that's like, oh, he's the leading rusher in the AFC North, but it was like behind him was Lamar Jackson by 3 yards, who's a quarterback, and the other 2 guys was Gus Edwards, who wasn't the starter coming into the season for the Ravens, and Jerome Ford, who wasn't the starter coming into the season for the Browns. So it's basically 2 backup and a quarterback, and Joe Mixon's played all season and been healthy as he's been, because he's been dinged up a lot in these past few years. And
honestly,
healthy. And
honestly, the running game in the AFC North hasn't been that great. I mean, you've got J.K. Dobbins got hurt, and then Gus Edwards got hurt, and then look at that!
It's part of my Halloween costume. That's still for my birthday, so that's that comment from Matt that was up there. Like, if Matt's still watching, I'm still sipping on this from the birthday, Matt. Thank you.
The one thing that upset me the most about Mixon and his rushing, like right now he's 9th in the AFC on rushing yards, probably even further because Buffalo has already played, but and Devon A-Chain is still ahead of him. Devon A-Chain is still
he
RB5.
had some ridiculous games.
That's true. He had the 400-yard game or whatever it was.
Yeah,
that was crazy. But
he had
still,
back to back a couple of like a 300 and 200-yarder.
Yeah, I picked him up off waivers early in fantasy, and that was that.
I don't want to talk about it.
Ding Dong dropped him in our league, and I picked him up, and he had a huge game.
No.
And
I had him,
and then he got hurt though. But I needed it. I needed it. I'm still like under 500 in that.
Yeah, dude, week 2, I had him in like 4 leagues or 3 leagues, and I dropped him in all of them. And
wow! In my 2 leagues, the league that I have him in, I'm like 4 and I'm right above 500 in it. And that team, I don't have a super great team right there. Like I drafted, I think pick 6 in that one, and I was pick 5 in my other one, which I hate being in the middle of the draft. I'd rather be at like pick 9, 10.
Oh, it's blurry.
Blurry.
Can you read it? No. Okay.
No.
I have an 0-7 team. Don't talk to me about a bad team. I have an 0-7 team in fantasy football.
Dude,
I'm not happy. The past 2 weeks, I've lost by a combined total of 3 points.
Dude, I've got a few. I'm 2. Finally, I've got 2 wins. I'm 2-5, and that this team was way better. But I got Christian McCaffrey, Travis Etienne, AJ Brown, Jamar Chase. I got Kyle Pitts. I got Joe Mixon. I have Justin Fields, but he's been out. So now I've got Dak Prescott, who's been such a damn letdown. He's getting me. He got me fired up because he was kind of like the best of the worst that was available for me, and so I took him. And I took Anthony Richardson late, and he was playing some good ball, and then gets hurt. Then I trade and get Justin Fields, and he gets hurt. I'm just like, what in the heck? But overall, my team is stacked up, and I'm a 2-5 team. I got the most points scored against, and I'm kind of in the middle of the pack around 5. I think I'm like 5 in scoring. So it's a 10 team league. So, but that one, it don't make no sense how I get everyone's best effort, man, every time. It frustrates me.
Dale had one of his best weeks when we did the giveaway for the Cincy hat beanie.
I got like second overall because they gave away a beanie, but it was for all the leagues. So there's like 5 leagues, and it was high point scorer through the 5. I was the highest in our league and second through the 5 leagues, but second don't win shit. Sorry,
dude. That's how it was last week for me. The dude I went against put up like 180, and then I put up like 140 something. But everyone else, there's some teams that were like 112, like in the 110s, and if I played anybody else, would have won. would have won by 20 points. And
that was me early in this season. I had that like 2 separate weeks where it's like I'm like the second highest scorer, but I'm playing the highest scorer. So I think my record now is 3-4. So I need another win this week, but
I need a bad win because I feel like once I get through these buys, and if Justin Fields comes back and he gets healthy, like I feel pretty confident. Like I got 2 stud running backs, 2 stud receivers. Kyle Pitts is just like, man, you just don't know.
I dropped him like 3 weeks ago, man.
I don't understand that either.
It makes 0 sense. Jonnu Smith, tight end 2 of that team, has got better in fantasy right now.
But that's what always happens.
Yeah.
Which that's what always happened to like Hayden Hurst too throughout his career before he came here.
Yeah.
It was like, it was Mark Andrews. Then they drafted Kyle Pitts, but I think he had a better season than Kyle Pitts even. Or no, that might have been the 1 year Kyle Pitts had a good season.
That was his rookie year. He had
over 1,000 yards.
Season, but it was a decent.
Yeah, he just didn't score no touchdowns. He had over 1,000 yards and maybe
0
touchdowns.
0 touchdowns.
Yeah, 0.
How does that even happen?
That doesn't even sound reasonable. But I was big on Kyle. I'm so glad they took Kyle Pitts and not Jamar. It would have been cool to see Kyle Pitts.
I'll say this though, I think it would have been run to the podium if they took Jamar for Penei Sewell.
Yeah.
And that's that whole war thing. I was like, dude, I'm good either way. You get Joe, a Jamar Chase, a stud receiver, a clear number 1 in the NFL, like a guy that's going to be dominant, or you get a dominant offensive lineman when your offensive line currently is like complete ass at the time. So they couldn't have went wrong with the pick.
Yeah. No. I definitely was. I was for Jamar the whole way, man. I wanted to see that reconnection.
Oh, I wasn't.
Right. You wasn't?
Dude, I flipped more than a McDonald's hamburger, man. I started off. Oh man, I started off Kyle Pitts, and then I was Penei Sewell, then I was Jamar Chase. I was all over the place.
Yeah, I think like very, very beginning, I was like, we have to take a lineman, But then it was just like, I don't know. Jamar was so good. Like I had him ranked second overall as a prospect. So it's like, you're getting him 5th and you're reuniting him with Joe. I mean, there's a reason I got him as the second best player in this draft class.
Right.
Yeah.
But there was times that I was flipping him and Penei through that process of the second and third best players in the draft class.
Was you never on the Kyle Pitts?
No.
Did you not take a look at him at all?
No, it's just
obviously
the tight end.
Him, but...
It's the tight end thing. I thought he was good. I thought, but I never Jermaine Gresham is my I know Eifert and Eifert honestly as good as Eifert was. Than his injuries. But Gresham, I love Gresham. When we got Gresham at 21 that year, and I know he had some injury, back concern, and this and that, I was like, okay, Gresham's that dude. He's going to fit in good, with Carson Palmer, good target for him. Yes, sir, let's go. And, it burned me. And then Tyler Eifert's injury burned me. And, and no way I'm taking Kyle Pitts at number 5 as a tight end. But I'm willing to get burned now because I would take Brock Bowers as Georgia tight end.
See, Kyle Pitts burned me. I'm like, no way I'd take Brock Bowers.
But not in the top 10. We're not going to be in the top 10, hopefully. So it's different to me. Right. But Gresham was 21, and so was Eifert.
Hey, I brought out the good stuff for the Bengals Army right here. Russell's Reserve, 10-year.
Hey.
You want some?
They wouldn't let Derek in the Army if we're going to talk about that.
No, they didn't. They actually didn't. They turned me down.
Wanted to be in the military.
I got my nephew over here he's munching on all sorts of stuff. He's got this Bengals Torpedoes bag.
Yeah, man. I had some of those a few weeks back.
Dude, have you ever had those hint of lime ones?
What's that?
Have you ever had the hint of lime Tostitos?
No.
We got the Kroger brand version, kind of them. And my son, man, we bought the bag last week. And I went to go get them out today because I smoked a chuck roast in my smoker. And we did it over some hot honey. We used that as our glaze or whatever. It was really good. Then put it over some mac and cheese. But I was going to use those chips kind of as my spoon. I bought them last week. The bag was back in our little pantry, empty, gone. My guess is he's going up there in the middle of the night or something and just snacking on them. Just going and just sitting down and just eating them. Going to town on these things.
Don't you worry about it, Derek.
Man.
Let the kid live.
Yeah. Dude, he loves them things though.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had them, man. But that's what we was in town. I was talking to you guys about a little bit ago. That's why we ran a little later. And when I go grocery shopping, man, it's just a bad day because I wasn't even supposed to be grocery shopping. I was looking at snacks, and next thing you know, I've got freaking all sorts of just random things going on.
But then it's depressing. And it doesn't matter. You could stick straight to a list and be like, we need this, this, and this. You still get to that register, man, in this economy, and it hurts you. It hurts your soul when you see that. And you're hoping and praying that you get those Kroger freaking rewards and that money starts coming down. You're like, how low can it go? Because now I'm in pain.
Dude, I got $1 off the other day on my gas, which was nice. I went and was like, I want to use my points, and I was like $1 in. I was like, hell yeah! I was like, I'm
trying to get Karen to give me updates on this boxing match. I was like, I thought I was going to watch it before the show started because it's like, oh, it's time for the fight. Then they had a whole concert before the actual fight between Ngannou and Tyson Fury. Fury got knocked down in the third by Ngannou. MMA guy, by the way, if you guys don't know.
I don't follow boxing or MMA.
But now Karen said Francis is shagged now. I'm guessing that means he's gassed or tired. I don't know what.
Yeah, that's
he said.
Your Karen quote of the day.
This is the update. Fury got knocked down in the third, but Francis is shagged. I don't know what that means, Karen.
That doesn't help us out a lot, bro.
Come on, bro.
He's done for. I don't know. Shag me, baby. Austin Powers spoke with the accent and stuff, Karen. I don't get it.
Dude, do I make you horny, baby?
You got any bets going on, Derek?
Well,
let's see these parlays you got.
All right. You talk about your bets. I'm gonna rip a heater.
So let me pull these up real quick. I've got
72 bets.
No, so last week hurt me pretty bad because there were so many. last week in the NFL was like, dude, Halloween is this coming week. Like you're supposed to get drunk on Halloween, not the week before. The NFL was just crazy. But I got the Bengals money line, and my parlay is Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins anytime touchdown with let me pull it up. Find it real quick. This is great for the podcast listeners. They're just listening to me just look shit up.
No, it's great, bro. It's good for the few listeners that we do have that we greatly appreciate. But I don't really get into sports betting a whole lot, and I'm always like I want to do it because I feel like I could probably get lucky or whatever. But I just know how frustrated I'll get too because I'll look at my picks and just be like, man, I could have seen this one coming. Maybe not. But
yeah, I just have an addictive personality, so I try to stay away from the three things I try to stay away from are cocaine, sports gambling, and hookers.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with those hookers, man.
So,
at plus 2,800, I got the Bengals money line, Mixon, T, and Chase anytime touchdowns.
So you're $10 win. To finally get that. Like
he's only got one, man. He's got one freaking. Well, technically he has 2 touchdowns because I think one of them, but he had a passing touchdown. But yeah, I see this being a big week for those guys. You know, Jamar Chase will get a touchdown every week, and I feel like they're really going to try to get T. Higgins involved, and then
hell yeah, Matt.
So, hashtag hookers.
Yeah, that's something on Bengals and Brews with when you got pork chop. I don't know if you guys seen the majestic photo of pork chop.
I did.
He got his Cincy hat beanie on
and nothing else.
And he's shirtless with his pierced nipples.
You know he was naked because that's just how Chop
Well, we didn't see the waist down.
We saw from the waist up.
I love that Cincy hat, / Matt. He was like, "Can we use this? Do we have permission to use this for our website?" Because of the beanie.
Maybe Chop had one of his thongs from the Chop Shop. I bet that's what he was wearing.
Okay, so I asked Karen, what does he as shagged mean? Gassed / tired is my question mark. And he's like, tired. I said, thought so, just never heard that term. And he said, and shag means sex, so it makes sense. But that's what I'm saying. I thought shag meant sex.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Like
you're tired after sex.
But that's not you. That doesn't make sense to me.
Oh man!
Like you don't say, "Man, I'd love to have some tired tonight." You know what I mean?
I mean, we'd say Greg eats ass all the time, so
Yeah, but that's different. That's an Urban Dictionary.
You guys are wilding, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, I only got one bet this week, and it was that one because last week killed me. So I gotta take a step back, and because I literally put $100 in last week, and gone. I mean, everything I bet on, nope. So I'm like, okay, wow. I gotta start taking it easy.
I'm still mad. I'm mad that I didn't do that deal, and you even told me about it, and I'm mad. I tried to look today and be like, is that still going on? Because I'd like to get another jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there was like, you placed a $50 bet, and you got a $150 credit toward a jersey from Fanatics. Mm-hmm. I was like, well, that's like buying a jersey for $50, even if you lose, you know?
Yep.
Yeah. Dude, last year, the Bills game, my buddies, they had a crazy bet going on. In the only one they needed, I think it was Jamar. I forget what it was, but they had a bunch of stuff that they had going on, and they were just like two things away. But might have been between Jamar and Stephon Diggs, and they were close when we was at the tailgate. They were showing me it, and I was like, you had all the check marks down this list, and They're like, oh, need this one, and that game gets called. They're like, dude, that was rough.
So I got to tell you this. My buddy that I work with, he's been making all kinds of he is a really good bettor. I need to start trailing his bets because he's winning like $500, $600, $700. Like
I'm gonna bet what he bets.
Right? I'm seriously going to. But
if I do that dude will start losing.
Oh, it'll be all downhill the moment I start betting them. Yeah. But he bet last Thursday. He had a parlay going, and if he got all of them, he was going to win $2,300. And the only one that he missed on was, I think it was Mike Evans, 40 yards, and Mike Evans got 39 yards. He was like, so he left because he works night shift. So he was like, F this, I'm out. Left, took a half a day. He couldn't handle it. He's like, I'm gone. He texted me at like 9 o'clock in the morning. He's like, dude, I'm like, what are you doing? I thought you left and you're up already. It was like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, something like that. He sent me the pictures. I felt so bad for him.
Oh, I thought maybe like they adjusted it and gave him the extra.
No, yard. It was he was mad too because Mike Evans had hit it, and then there was like a pass interference or a holding call or something that got it brought back. So if that holding call didn't happen, he would have made $2,300. Dude, he was dead.
Wow.
Sick. Yeah.
I would have been too.
See, that's another reason, man. It'd be hard for me to do that because, like, if I ain't got no money on it, I can't have ever had that. I couldn't have ever been that close to be sick about it.
Oh, it's rough. That and roulette, man. Roulette gets me bad.
Did you guys watch that game?
The Thursday night game? I watched the first half of it. I got to be up at 3:30, or I had to be. I'm going back to night shift Monday, but had to be up at 3:30 in the morning. So I was like, probably ought to go to bed.
I only caught a couple of the series in the first half, dude.
Man, the end of that game, that Hail Mary was right there.
Dude, I heard it was close.
Well, I saw the video of it the next day. Yeah, like it was like no one went for the ball and everybody just fell down.
Nobody even touched it. It just landed right there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a great throw.
Right in the middle of like 7 bodies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The closest one was who's number 14? Their best receiver,
Mike Evans.
No.
Yeah, Mike Evans.
That's Chris Godwin.
Yeah, Godwin. Yeah, I blanked on his name, but I know it as soon as you guys said it.
Yeah, Chris Godwin, and he was kind of being pulled a little bit. I mean, whatever. The refs and their consistency is so infuriating. Like, there was at least 2 different PIs you probably could have called there, and which it's like I'm definitely fine with letting.
Oh, if it was Cleveland, they would have called it.
Or the Chiefs.
Still mad about that Cleveland Colts game, man.
Oh yeah, our bye week, everybody wins. It's
you just got to go out there. I'll say the same thing for the Bengals that I say for Ohio State. Ohio State is a little different. Ohio State winning, you're in, but the Bengals, you just take care of what you can control, and you'll be there come the end.
Yeah, I mean, there's 11 games left, but that's the thing, though. I mean, I don't know, and we have the toughest schedule.
Yeah,
but you got to win. I don't know. We had the toughest schedule, I think, last year when we went on that 10-game win streak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, but according to Nick Carnes, if they lose this week, they are done. It's game over for them. I think it's Nick Carnes, freaking ESPN.
There's always
Nick Wright.
Nick Wright.
I think Nick Carnes is a Cleveland douchebag.
Oh yeah, they're both the same person to me.
Yeah, douchebag.
I want to check on my dog real quick.
Who let the dogs out?
I was going to say, I figured I wasn't sure if he was going to do a Greggy thing or even worse, a freaking Jeff thing. Just start being hashtag lines.
Don't have a headphone in,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jeffy. He's going to a wedding tonight.
Is he? Be cutting the rug.
I'm sure he will be.
Man,
how you feeling about this Ohio State game?
Something. You'll see a picture of him at the wedding
with his mouth open.
with his mouth. Always has his mouth open. Oh,
and we have people have edited eggplant emojis into that mouth, and he still keeps it wide open. He never. I know.
Every time he's got to take a picture.
So I think this could be a close game. I know Wisconsin's only 5-2, but I mean it's Luke Fickell, number one, and it's a night game in Wisconsin.
I hate that Luke Fickell left.
I hate that we didn't have a night game against Penn State at home last week. I mean, we won, so that's all that matters. But it's always we go on the road against these teams like Wisconsin and Penn State, and the Buckeyes they pull out some of these games. But they're suspect to lose them, too. I mean, I know we've had a good streak against Penn State, but I always go back to the night I got married was a night game against Penn State, and we lost. That's why I like Troy Smith and those guys.
Michigan plays Penn State next week, right?
I don't know.
I think it's, if I remember correctly, I think it's a night game at Penn State, so we're looking for their historic whiteout game.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say Wisconsin will be rocking tonight, you know. Like they'll be pumped. And that worries me because I don't think Kyle McCord is that guy. I mean, me and you talked about that, Derek, but Dusty, you're a Buckeye fan too. So what's your feelings on Kyle McCord as far as Buckeyes?
Dude, so I didn't really think CJ Stroud was that great. Like I don't I thought
what a hater. Like you did, Derek. Yeah, like, I feel like you were the same way at times.
Like
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying, I felt like there was a lot of opportunities missed with his rushing, and you just like when you watch last year at the end of the season, you're like he starts moving up and progressing through everything. He starts rushing the ball. It's like all right, like where was this at all year? Like is this a coaching thing where they're like, dude, just let's stay in the pocket a little more, or what was it? And I think we're seeing how good he really was. Because,
you know, he's looking great for Texas right now, or Houston.
Yeah, and he's playing good ball. So I think,
we would love to have Stroud with these guys.
So I thought he would have been a good NFL quarterback just because the way he just was a little different, right? So his presence was pretty good in the pocket. He'd hang out more. His first read wasn't just running the ball. So I like that with him. Thought he'll be pretty good in the NFL, but I don't know. We're starting to see how good he was, and I don't know. I don't know how if this dude's going to progress any. We're already into the season now in the meat of it, so I think he is who he is. And
I agree, and it's his third year. You know.
Yeah.
I just call him mid AF. Mid AF. That is definition of mid AF is Kyle McCord.
Yep. And he's the there's a Fireball commercial for you, Dale. But
all right, you talk about that.
Gotta take the Fireball.
All right.
But he just like I kept saying, and Dale, I think you were saying it too, like he'll progress as the year goes on, and it's like the further and further and further we're getting into the season, it's still the same stuff, the same thing over and over and over again, and you're just like, sooner or later this guy has got to show something, but I'm not seeing it.
Yeah.
I had some faith in him early in the season where I was like, okay, I'm seeing a little bit of progression here, but then his mistakes and the way he holds, like he'll hold the ball so long that then it's a strip sack, like, and you just can't do it, and he don't really have any nobility, where Stroud did. He just didn't use it, like you said, Dusty. But we knew he had it if he wanted, and he did against Georgia. So like he was able to pull it out. I'm still salty about that one, man. We should have beat Georgia, who won it all. That hit on Harrison.
Dude, that you're not gonna call the hit, and then we don't get the touchdown either. And like. Dude,
and then he was out of the game. He was out of the game. So he's stud, man. He's so good.
When you were talking,
Sorry,
what football thing had you feeling like this? The thing you posted earlier, Dale. That's what that was for me. The Marvin Harrison hit. Yes, the Logan Wilson situation as well, but
I know immediately I thought of Logan Wilson with the Vince.
That was my first
one
too. Immediately,
meme.
Yeah, immediately. And then obviously the second one was that, and I'm just like, man.
See, I can live with it better because I've been alive and witnessed Ohio State win 2 national championships in my lifetime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like,
it makes it more
okay. They've won 2, and I've celebrated 2. That's like the Cavs have won 1. They've won 2, that I've watched and enjoyed, and now
I haven't seen a Reds World Series though.
No, I haven't. And I was born in '84, but they won that one in '90.
Yeah.
I wasn't watching it like that then. And
I was born in December of '89, so
the Bengals have never won one. And that freaking Logan Wilson, man. And the Bengals are my love and my passion.
Yeah.
And it was not a penalty. And the way they were called, and someone's like, yeah, but Higgins got that touchdown. Somebody commented. I couldn't even respond to that person because I'm like, come on now.
But
there was the other one where Higgins got a pass interference on the very first drive of the game in the end zone, and it wasn't called. Yeah. So we had to settle. That would have been a touchdown. Come on now. Let's not play this. They weren't calling the game that way.
Yep.
And the thing is, Logan that was not pass interference, not one bit. Didn't turn him. He wasn't early. There was really nothing there at all.
Yep.
And how
I would love that those calls could be reviewed, like Jim Irsay said, because that was under 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Or close to it.
There was like a minute
very
something.
Close.
Yeah, that's a freaking Super Bowl, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it's just like basketball now. You can challenge the foul.
Yeah, and they got to go and review it. You get 1 or 2 a game. Yep. Man, you could tell me that, hey, refs, you go look at that again. And then it's 4th down. It would have been 4th down. What happened on 4th down
just
against
the
Raiders?
Yep.
Yeah.
In your ears back.
Man.
Especially against that guy on 4th down when he's staring at a rush like that, he's prone to making mistakes.
This pain. We're ending the show with pain. It's my fault again, just like Taylor Swift, but man.
Look what you just made me do.
Actually, this is your fault, Derek. This was
my fault.
So who do you guys think on offense and defense your most clutch players? So mine on defense would be probably Sam Hubbard. The past few years when we needed to play, he almost ended the game against the Chiefs on that sack fumble. And I just think Sam comes up in these big moments. The reason I kind of bring this up is because I think it was Locked On I think it was the Lock On guys, and they did the interviews with Lou, and he talked about how he likes the front four and he trusts these dudes. That's why they're getting so many snaps, and we're playing in some real tight games where they need it. But it just seems like those dudes, they step up when we really needed them to, and especially in really meaningful games, which kind of makes that Logan Wilson penalty sting a little more, because 4th down, it's all right. I truly believe
I have no doubt we would have won the game. I have none.
And not only that, if they did score, we had some time because we had a 4-point lead, I believe.
So we did. We still did. We did have some time, not as much, but
we had more time because they ended up
that was Aaron Donald.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Donald with the sack. Jamar was streaking open. We still could have won.
Look at this friggin' cute looking nerd right here.
Is that Glenn?
That's Glenn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Glenn dressing up as him and Joe, man, they go all out for Halloween. Yeah. They got some elite costumes, and here I am, I was looking for my Clark Harris.
I'm Orange Arrow. I was giving you shit.
Oh,
too.
dude,
I'm like,
you was
man,
giving me so much crap.
Fucking narcissist.
But I was looking.
You expect these people to know who Orange Arrow is when you're trick or treating?
I know. There was somebody behind me that was like Arrow, and I'm like, I just kept right. I didn't feel like talking.
They're trying to figure it out, and
they're like, what is Arrow or who is Arrow? But no, I looked for my Clark Harris hair. I was going to go full, had the wig, everything, the Clark Harris jersey. I don't know where I put it.
That's
it's probably under the bed. You and Sarah probably got freaky deaky one night with the.
Oh yeah, I put the hair on.
Clark Harris, you were Clark Harris one night.
Oh, I thought I
was going
was
Clark Harris.
Like I was the girl this time.
Yeah.
Sarah. I was the girl this time.
Sarah was Clark Harris. All right, man.
I'm so glad she don't watch any of these shows.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I could say whatever. That's just like one of the only times I get to vent come on these shows,
Yeah.
Well, fellas, we can close up shop. I appreciate you guys. Derek, definitely, I know it's your first time on the show. More than welcome, as always. Come back, bud.
Absolutely, man.
Can you guys hear me or my pros?
No, we hear you.
Okay, my screen was like glitching up, but yep. If you guys don't know, it's Bengals and Brews, the good buddies who's helped me out a lot with this show. So give them a follow if you don't. I'm sure you already do. It's a great show. Make you laugh and get some good information. So
don't follow us, guys. A bunch of fucking idiots or freaking idiots. Excuse my language.
You're good, bro. You guys are good. Once again, I appreciate it, man. If you guys got any closing things you want to say,
Who dey? And OH.
Hey, Yoshi, anytime touchdowns, so we can see them titties again from Greggy.
Yes,
that would be. Dude, that'd be nice. I ain't going to hang you guys up. I know the game starting. Appreciate you guys' time. We'll have to do it again soon. I gotta get better with making time, man. It's been rough.
Hey, but I hope the little one feels better. That's the most important thing, honestly. That's all that matters. Man.
Yeah, she'll be doing good. She'll get her little medicine and stuff and be feeling better. But
love you, brother.
Love you guys. Thanks.
Love you guys.
Who dey?
Who dey?